What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews, and today I'm going to drop another 3 bangers. I got some hot picks on the WNBA. If it's your first time checking out the channel, I encourage you to subscribe because I'm dropping heat just like this every single day. Once again, we're not far from hitting the next milestone, 9,000 subscribers. So comment, give me all that good shit, help me get to 9,000. Before we jump into the picks, a quick recap on the last WNBA video. Went 2-1 with the picks that I shared with you guys. First up, we hit Kelsey Plum, covering her point line of 16.5 points. Then we nailed Jewel Lloyd, delivered over her points line. VIP also hit on her 25 plus. Now, I've got 3 different picks today. I'm running them as straight bets, but for those of you who are running parlays or you're limited to fantasy entries, the best place to do it is on Double Fantasy. So stay away from prize picks. They're only going to give you 5x for a 3-man, whereas with these plays, you're going to get 6 times the payout. Plus, when you sign up to Double using the code DAFT or using the link in the video description, they'll throw you $10 into your account. So if you don't have Double yet, go get it. You get a free $10. Chase it with a Hail Mary, and if you don't want to use it ever again, then go for it. Other than that, let's jump straight into the pick, shall we? Let's go. All right, so we're kicking it off with the Seattle Storm versus the Washington Mystics. I had a few different players that I like in this one. I didn't mind Shakira Austin. I think she could have a big game. Skylar Diggins could have a good game. The matchup is nice. Ultimately, the one I wanted to share with you guys is Jewel Lloyd. Now, I'm looking at Jewel Lloyd over 22.5 points. I did, and I was very close to betting her under in her rebounds and assists, but Jewel Lloyd over her points, it's a plus money play. And you know how I get when I'm talking about plus money, I get a little bit giddy. So over 22.5 for Jewel Lloyd. That's if you're betting it on a sports book, but if you are looking at Double Fantasy, her line is down to 22. Now, I just took Lloyd against the Fever, and I'm running her back against the Mystics. So why is that, you ask? Well, the Mystic, they allow the 3rd most points to guards this season. You can see it right here on this matchup tab on Outlier. If you're looking for Outlier, 7-day free trial in the description below. Now, Lloyd, she's covered this line in 5 straight games against the bottom 5 defensive teams. You can see it right here, averaging 29.2 points. If the team need to defend, Lloyd's going to get buckets on her. She's a bit of a bully, and hopefully she bullies the Mystics today. Now, looking at head-to-head matchups, she's played the Mystics twice this season, 24 in the first outing and then 18 on the second. Her shot percentage hasn't been great, so there's an opportunity for improvement, but the volume is there, so I do like that. Looking deeper into the 18-point outing, you can see here, she only played 30 minutes, and that's because the Seattle Storm, they won by 32 points. So it was an absolute blowout. She didn't get the minutes late. So the Mystics being at home, I expect them to keep it close enough for Lloyd to get 33 to 35 minutes. If we think about how she scores, loves scoring from the outside and hitting those mid-range jumpers and getting to the free throw line. The Mystics, they do rank in the bottom 5 in defending both categories this season. So I think Jewel Lloyd continues to do what she does, and she's going to beat up on these weaker teams. When she gets a difficult matchup, I would gladly take her under. But with a matchup like this, happy to look at her over. Jumping to the next game, it's the Wings versus the Liberty. I always look forward to these games with the Wings or the Liberty because they tend to only run everything through 3 players. The Dallas Wings does get a little bit difficult now. Satu Sabali, she's come back on a tear. I looked at the under for Enrique Ogunbowale, and I just couldn't get there. But I think she goes under. Sabrina Ionescu, looking at her over in points again. It might be the 3rd consecutive game where I bet her over. I was looking at that. But ultimately, the one that I've landed on that I want to share with you all is something on Tierra McCowan. And I'm going to head over to a points plus rebounds tab. And what I'm looking at here is an under. Under 17.5 points and rebounds for Tierra McCowan. And that's purely because unders on her when she's on the road has been an absolute wagon this season. Check out these numbers. She's gone under this line in 10 out of her last 12 road games. In those games, she's averaged 14 points and rebounds. You can see it right here. On the road, she's been trash. She's only gone over in 2 games. That was against the Storm. We're weak against the inside and the Mercury as well. Very weak on the inside. So very easy matchup where she's gone over. And I do like the under here. So the matchup, firstly, it is a difficult one. Head over to this tab here. We can see that the Liberty allow the least points and rebounds to centers so far this season. If you look into their recent games, the centers they've played against, Asia Wilson, Camila Cardoso, and Aaliyah Boston, they held all of them to under their points plus their rebounds line. The Dallas Wings, they're also looking like they're at full strength for the first time this season. Brown and Sabali returned in their last game, and Maddie Seagrease looks set to return today. So they've got a lot of depth in their front court now. So there's a real chance if Macau's not cooking, she's probably not going to see as much game time as she has been. So I do like her under today. Jumping into the last game, it is the Spark versus the Sun. A couple of players that I did look at. Mabry, looking at it over there, a potential under on Derek Hamby. Who else was there in this game that I checked out? Didn't like anything for Bonner. Didn't like anything for Alyssa Thomas. And Rakea Jackson, I've liked her as a late, but I feel like I missed the boat on the last game, and I'm not ready to run it here against the Connecticut Sun. So I guess the pick that I want to share with you is an under. And I hate to say it, we're looking at my girl, Dejanay Carrington. I'm looking at under 11.5 points for her. Firstly, you probably noticed the graph is quite green because it's filtered to her over. Now we're looking to her under, and it looks a little bit more red. Now, if you look at the season, she's actually gone over 11.5 points in 16 out of 25 games, right? But this line has been lowered, and it's been lowered because of the addition of Mabry in the trade. Now, in Dejanay Carrington's first game back, she saw 22 minutes of action. You can see right here, 22 minutes against Atlanta. She scored 4 points, and she shot 1 from 5. Now, she's normally a high-volume shooter with a pretty low percentage, but now Mabry's in the mix, who's a much better scorer and offensive player, and they have Tyesha Harris coming off the bench. They have other guards to get their points from. She did play the Spark earlier this season. She scored 12 points in that game. She took 12 shots and played 28 minutes. I guess her real strength is that she's a great defensive guard. And with the Spark, most of their scoring does come from the forward position. So I don't see Dejanay Carrington needing to be out there to get stops for really extended minutes. I don't think she plays 30 minutes, and I don't think she gets more than 12 shots up. So I'm happy to back the under here. Might be wrong, but shit, if I'm wrong, I deserve it. So Dejanay Carrington under 11.5 points, and a little bit of a sweetener. If I'm right and she doesn't play the minutes, you could parlay this with under 5.5 rebounds. If it's purely minutes related, this play, you can take these both. Because when I filtered out her minutes, let me do it right here with you. And let's say she plays 22 minutes like she did in the last game. This season, what am I looking at here? Got to reduce these minutes down. All right. Let's max her out at 25. So this season, she's only had 7 games. 7 games of less than 25 minutes. She's hit the under 5.5 rebounds in 5 out of the 7. And then if we do the same thing with her points, games where she plays no more than 25 minutes, you can see she's hit the under in 1 out of her last 7. So hopefully I'm right. Personal reasons might be the main reason she's not playing well, but if it's purely minutes correlated and she plays less than 25 minutes, I think fading and taking the under on Dejanay Carrington is a really good look. So those are 3 plays. Be sure to lock those in with Dabble Fantasy. You get free $10 on arrival. Once you sign up, they put $10 straight into your account. So check out the link in the video description below. Or you can just sign up using my code Daft. Who doesn't like some free shit? Let me give it to you. I'm not going to overhype VIP or anything like that. Don't want to come across as a real desperate salesperson, but VIP is ticking along nicely. I do have a brand new model for MLB. We went 3 from 3 today, so we had a sweep on some moneyline plays. So if you got that itch and you want to scratch that itch and get some MLB stuff happening, that's happening in VIP as well. With the WNBA, I think I've got 6 straight bets for this slate. 6 straight bets, 3 value plays, 2 lottos. There's a lot of stuff going on there. If you're interested in checking out VIP, go for it. If you want a discount, shoot me a message on Instagram and I can work out a discount for you to get into my VIP. But other than that, I appreciate you if you made it this far. I like this hat a lot. Type in the word Hornets in the comment section if you made it this far, and I know who to give love to. So I appreciate you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!